Hello, guys. Good morning. How are you? I hope everything goes well. Okay, for today's session, we're going to see our second model according to our course. Okay, perfect. So, here, as you can see right there, we're going to see like different topics in relation to the activity that you're going to find during the process. For model 2, we have talked about countable and uncountable nouns. Ok, entonces para hoy vamos a trabajar. Uno de los temas es los nombres contables e incontables. In Spanish, you know that, for example, we can count computers, we can count TVs, chairs, classrooms, other things. Recordemos que siempre cuando estamos hablando de cosas contables, hacemos referencia a algo que va en plural. In English, it's very important to remember that part. And also, when we're talking about singular things, is because they are uncountable. In the case of liquids like water, like soda, among other drinks, and also like other abstract things that we have. Okay, perfect. Entonces, recordemos, en este caso tenemos las entregas del foro y de la evaluación, el quiz del módulo 2. Entonces vamos a mirar las fechas para que ustedes las tengan muy en cuenta. So, here, as you can see right here, we have countable and countables, much, many, will, going to. Okay, we're going to start with those two topics, and later on, I'm going to continue with explanation about will and going to. For this one, for our forum purchase order, so we have these dates. So first of all, according to as you can see right here, since yesterday, this activity is open, okay? You can participate in the forum, and the idea is that you do the activity. Us are going to explain it later, okay? Until April 10th, okay? Don't forget. Entonces recordemos las fechas desde el 3 de abril hasta el 10 de abril. So, and the quiz, according to Model 2, we have right here, so April 10th until April 17th. Okay, perfect. Don't forget it. Right here. Okay. Entonces recordemos actividades evaluables porque ustedes pueden ingresar por digamos que de esta manera y luego van a encontrar las dos actividades que tenemos allí. Purchase order, which is the first activity, and the second one, the quiz model 2. Okay. Once as you hear, I'm going to start explaining this topic. Is easier, it's not difficult. The idea is that you taking into account that in Spanish, sometimes when we go to different places, we think that we found count things, but in English is a little bit different. Just be aware about the differences among those topics, and then if you have any question, let me know. Okay. Right here, we have singular nouns and plural nouns. As you can see right here in singular, we have a plus noun and one plus noun. There are two possibilities, as you can see in this example. An egg or one egg. Both of them are possible, yes, and both of them are correct. The most of the times when we are writing a sentence, we use a, okay? But it is possible as well one. There is an egg or there is one egg. And plural, noun plus s, 8 eggs. There is this noun. What's the difference? In the singular nouns in English, always we have to put a before the noun, okay? In plural noun, just add s or e, ies or es, depends of the grammar of according to each word. Okay, so here, as we had a vowel sound, we have to put n. And right here, x, as I am mentioning 8, so this word finishes in a consonant, so it's not possible to put n, okay, because it's plural, just with singular. Let's continue right here. So we had a potato and potatoes. As you can see right there, we have countable nouns. Uh, okay, look at this part. A potato, all right. So we put just a because this one is not a vowel sound, it's just a consonant sound. And right here, as you can see, we are adding es to most of the nouns that finish in this case with O. Cuando las palabras terminan en O, la mayoría digamos que de estos casos, le vamos a agregar una ES para hacer estos nombres contables, ¿ok? That is very important to know that, like in this case. So, now, countable things, entonces, cosas que nosotros podemos contar, potatoes, we can count computers, chairs, classrooms, people, yeah? But according to uncountable nouns, some things that we cannot count, okay? It is impossible to do it. We have in the case of rice, okay? Milkshake. Do you like milkshake? I love them. I really love them. Okay, en este caso del rice, as we have right here in the picture, so we say, okay. Podemos decir, tenemos un arroz, dos arroces. No, it is not possible to say that. That's why we just only say rice and the milkshake as well. So, according to it, we are going to see. So, if we have this one, no vamos a colocar a or an, no. Podemos colocar some, como diciendo que hay un poco de malteada, hay un poco de arroz, o hay mucho, there is a lot of rice, there is a lot of milkshake, or there is some rice, there is some milkshake. But those words, okay, no, we cannot count them, we cannot form them in plural. It's not possible. Okay, right now we're going to start practicing with some exercise. We're going to see how many, well, we have some examples. Just look at them carefully. Choose the best option. We love to read books. According to this, do you think that this board it's countable or is it countable? Of course, it's countable, okay. En este caso estamos diciendo, no, a nosotros nos encanta leer libros. Si tenemos books, sabemos que son contables, right? There is something that we can do. En este caso, no necesariamente tenemos que colocar algunos libros, no. Allí estamos ya refiriéndonos que nos gusta leer libros, and that's it. That's why we just put this sentence in this way. Let's continue. Please pass the salt. According to it, do you think that is countable or that is uncountable? Okay, let's look at it. We can say one salt, two salts, or it's impossible to say that. According to this word, it is uncountable. We cannot do this neither in Spanish nor in English. So, number 3, we need some chairs. In this board, according as we have right here, so we're going to say, oh, chairs, countable or uncountable? Which one is correct? Okay, how many chairs do we have in the picture? According to the picture, we have 2 chairs. It means that chairs is a countable noun. Perfect. Okay. So in this board, as we have there is a mango or I have an egg, singular countable, right? There are some apples, I have some eggs, plural countable. Okay, what is the similarity between them? All of them are countable nouns, all right? But some of them are singular, other are plural. In this case, according to the first one, there is a mango. We're going to put this A because this, right, this consonant means that we have to apply this rule. And in the other word, as this word is a vowel sound, we have to put an. And there are some apples and I have some eggs. Tengo algunas manzanas o perdón, hay algunas manzanas o tengo algunos huevos. So, like those two both examples are referring to plural countable nouns, but are referring to algo, okay, o algunos. It depends on the thing. All right. More examples. There is some sugar and he has some bread. Uncountable nouns. Entonces, recordemos que el some puede significar algo, algunos, algunas. Entonces, en este caso lo podemos utilizar tanto para los pronombres contables e incontables. La diferencia radica en que debemos tener en cuenta si es contable o incontable, pero podemos colocar, podemos utilizar esa misma palabra para los plurales o en este caso los singulares, right? Like both of them are possible to use and it's completely okay. Just be careful with this. Recordemos que el there is and there are, yeah, there is means I, there are as well. There is singular, there are plural. Just be careful at the moment that you are referring to. I cannot say there is some sugar, no, because sugar is uncountable. There is some sugar, is the correct sentence. All right, so far so good. If you have any questions, just let me know right here. Yes, and I'm going to answer you. All right here, as you can see right there in the picture, there is a delicious and tasty banana split. Right there, as you can see, we have three options, a, and some. There is banana in the recipe. Okay, according to this recipe, what do you think that is the correct option? En este caso, estamos hablando de una receta, ¿sí? Pero vamos a fijarnos en el nombre que nos dan acá, posteriormente de una de las opciones que debemos escoger. Banana, banana. We can count bananas. Los bananos son contables e incontables. They are countable. Yeah, we can count them. Since we can count them, you are going to use, what do you think that is the correct option? A, and, or some. Ah, of course. Why? Because there is something singular. We are talking about something countable. Si fuéramos a utilizar el some, tendríamos que utilizar acá. There are some bananas. In this way, so we can do or we can write these sentences, but the difference is if we are referring to something singular and or plural. It depends. All right, perfect. Let's see this picture. As you can see right here, we can see there is ice cream in the fridge. When we talk about ice cream, yes, in Spanish, sometimes we say, oh, can you give me please some ice cream or something like that? But in English, ice cream is uncountable. Teniendo en cuenta que el helado es algo incontable como tal el ingrediente, si nosotros decimos, me puedes dar una copa de helado, un litro de helado. En este caso, haríamos referencia a que ese tipo de ingrediente es contable. Pero de por sí, ice cream es incontable. En esa medida, so we say, where is the correct option? A, an, or some? Some, yes? There is some ice cream in the fridge, is the correct. A or N, neither of them we can put right here in the sentence because ice cream is something uncountable, all right? So far, so good? So right here, A and some. When we say, I need water to wash my hands, we're going to see water. In your opinion, it is a countable noun or is an uncountable noun? So water is uncountable. Or is uncountable, what is the correct option? Some, okay? Perfect. So right here, we have, I would like some juice, right? And a specific quantity. Me gustaría un poco de jugo. No sabemos la medida exacta, solamente estamos diciendo que sí, que queremos tener esta bebida. In the second example, we have, I would like a glass of juice. As we have juice, there is something there is uncountable, a specified quantity. As you can see right here, estamos ya hablando de una cantidad que es específica, porque estamos diciendo que yo quiero un vaso de, right? So as we have a glass of juice, en este caso, por eso vamos a utilizar el a, porque nos estamos refiriendo más que al ingrediente, a la cantidad exacta. Entonces, cuando nosotros decimos un vaso, un litro, una taza de, all of them, yes, are referring to like an ingredient which is uncountable, but we are making countable because we are using a specific quantity. All right, let's continue. So right here, as you can see right there, there are two pictures. In the first picture, so this woman has some money, right? And in the second picture, as you can see right here, there are some kids, there are some girls right there. They are looking at maybe a person or maybe just nature. So right here in some affirmative sentences, we have there is some money, right? Money is an uncountable noun. Okay, el dinero como tal, la palabra es incontable. And as we have right here, then there are other kind of examples. When we're talking about any, que es, digamos, otra palabra que vamos a utilizar en referencia a los contables e incontables, ya la vamos a ver más en específico. En este caso, el any la mayoría de las veces se utiliza para oraciones que son negativas o para preguntas, negative and interrogative senses. The example we have right here is there any money? No, there isn't, ¿ok? En este caso es cuando nosotros decimos, ¿hay dinero? ¿Hay plata en la cuenta? Por ejemplo, is there any money? Right? Entonces vamos a agregar este any antecediendo al pronombre. That is the correct way to do that. Ah, there isn't any money. Cuando vamos a colocar la respuesta negativa, va después del verbo to be en este caso o del verbo que tengamos antecediendo al pronombre. All right? So far so good? Good. Right here, some, any. I need time to study. Look at the picture. As you can see right here, maybe this boy is kind of stressed out. I think so. What is the correct option? As you can see, is it a positive or is a negative sentence? In this part, as you can see right there, is a positive statement. There is a positive statement, and time is an uncountable noun. The best word to use right here is some. I need some time to study. Okay, there is a correct option. Right there, we have some, any. There is cheese. Right there, what is the correct option? If you see right here, cheese is uncountable. Okay, so as we heard, there is an uncountable noun. We're going to use some. Any, no vamos a utilizar any porque estamos hablando de una oración que es afirmativa, no negativa. Look at here. There aren't horses in the field. As you can see right there, what is the correct option? There aren't is a negative noun, right? Horses. So any is the correct word. Okay. How much or how big? This question, it is pretty common to use when you are asking for the quantity about something. How much water is there in the fridge? How many computers are there in the classroom? All right? So, how much uncountable nouns, how many countable nouns. Recordemos la diferencia. How much, cosas contables, el how many lo utilizamos para pronombres contables. How much, cosas incontables. Okay, don't forget it. How much water, how much juice, how much milkshake, and other examples as well. You can use right there. How many potatoes, how many computers, how many classrooms, how many people. All right. So according to it, as you can see right here, how many or how much, we are going to choose the correct option according to those questions. Entonces recordemos que en las preguntas vamos a colocar en primera medida how much or how many, later on the noun, cars, people, chairs, are there, en este caso are there significa hay, es plural. Entonces vamos a colocar primero el verbo to be y luego there. What is something singular? We are going to use is and there, okay? Good. According to it, cars is countable or uncountable? Is countable. That's why we use how many. All right. There are 6 cars. How many cars are there? All right. So number 2, how many sugar is there? Sugar, countable or uncountable? Uncountable. Perfect. According to this, we have there are 3 spoons of sugar, ¿ok? Hay 3 cucharas de azúcar. En este caso, como ustedes pueden observar acá, tenemos el there are, acá lo preguntamos con is there, ¿ok? Porque decimos que ¿cuánto azúcar hay? Yeah, there is just the general question. But right here estamos hablando de una cantidad específica. Como hablamos de una cantidad específica y decimos que son 3 cucharas de azúcar. That's why we have to put there are. Okay? Perfect. Number 3, how many pictures are there? Okay, pictures is plural. They are plural. So that's why we say there are 6 pictures. Okay, perfect. How much or how many milk is there? Milk. When we're talking about drinks, you know, guys, that bill is referring to uncountable noun. So, how much milk is there? According to this picture, where you can say there are two boxes of milk, okay? En este caso estamos diciendo que hay dos cajas de leche. That's why we're going to use there are instead of there is, because we're mentioning that there are two boxes. If there is only one box, we're going to say there is one box of milk. All right? Good. Now, choose some or any according to those sentences. You are going to tell me which is the best option for all of them referring to. Recordemos que el some lo utilizamos para generalmente para oraciones afirmativas. Pueden ser sustantivos tanto plurales como singulares y el any hace referencia a oraciones negativas o también a preguntas. All right? There isn't sugar in my coffee. There are oranges in the fridge. There aren't tomatoes on the table. There is oil in the kitchen and there is orange juice. All of them are referring to some information, which is missing right there. There isn't any sugar in my coffee. Why? Because in this example, we're referring to something that is negative. There are some oranges in the fridge. Why? Because it's a positive statement. There aren't tomatoes on the table. There aren't any tomatoes on the table. ¿Qué es? Es como cuando nosotros decimos, no hay azúcar en mi café, hay algunas naranjas en la nevera, no hay tomates encima de la mesa. Okay? There is some oil in the kitchen, right? Hay algo de aceite en la cocina, and there is some orange juice. Okay? Good. According to those examples, we are referring to countable and uncountable things for more specific or more in detail according to some and any. All right. So now let's continue. This one is our second topic. We're going to start study future simple. Okay, according to this grammar topic, we're going to be very careful according to the use of it. So for future simple, as we can see right here, we have will and be going to. Entonces tenemos para el futuro simple tanto el will como el be going to. We're going to see some examples. You can just look at them more in detail. I will help you. She will call me when I arrive. According to the first sentence, as you can see right here, right, there is the subject, then we have will, because there is a positive assignment. Later on, we have the verb, and finally the complement. In this case, is the same. En inglés, cuando estamos hablando de will, el verbo que le sigue siempre va a ir en la forma base, es decir, no va a ir conjugado. En esta medida es importante tener en cuenta ello para saber que es un tiempo gramatical donde no nos pide que conjuguemos los verbos. Solamente sujeto, will or want, which is negative, el verbo presente y el complemento. Okay, let's continue. Be going to. In be going to, we have to be very careful because we not only need the noun, but also after it, we're going to use the verb to be and later on the verb followed by ing and the complement. So he's going to spend his vacation in London, right? According to this one, we have. Entonces, vamos a ver aquí. Él va a gastar sus vacaciones o él va a estar en Londres. As you can see right here, we have he, like the noun, verb to be is, because we have to conjugate it. Going, always, we're going to put going to, okay? Este going siempre debe ser seguido por el to y posteriormente por el verbo en presente. He is going to spend, I am going to be an actor when I grow up. I can say I am going to study, I am going to travel to Australia next year. And all of those examples are referring to some sentences that are in with the use of going. Okay, future simple use. As you can see right here, guys, there are three different uses with will, yeah? We were talking about that will and going to We use then, part of then, when we're referring to an action that is going to happen later. Yes, because it's the future. But right here, you can see this information more in detail. So according to the first example, as you can see right there, we use will to express a voluntary action. So I am really hungry. I will make some sandwiches. Right there, yes. Okay, it is something that you will do. Es una acción voluntaria. Yo voy a hacer sándwiches, right? For example, emparedados. O yo voy a cocinar. I will cook for you. I will prepare this meal. All of them. We use will to express a promise. Cuando estamos hablando de promesas, también utilizamos el will. I promise I will not tell him about the surprise party. I promise I will take the bus as soon as I finish my work. Yeah, right there. Okay. Recordemos que en inglés, para utilizar la parte negativa, hay dos opciones. We can use I will not or I won't, right? That is W-O-N apostrophe T. Both of them are correct. And the third use is to express an spontaneous decision. The action is decided at the moment of speaking. So right there, as you can see, we have the phone is ringing, I will answer. Okay, cuando estamos hablando de una acción que es espontánea, que está en el momento, en este caso, the phone is ringing, el teléfono está sonando. Yo responderé. I will answer that call. Yes, all right. Or for example, the bell is ringing. Or el timbre está sonando. I will open the door. Yes, it's an spontaneous decision that we make at the moment of speaking. All right. So far, so good. Future simple use. So there are other kind of uses that we are going to study right here. We use will also to request help or offer help. Will you please help me to do my homework? Where you can say, yes, I will, or no, I won't, right? Entonces, en el caso que nosotros estamos pidiendo ayuda o ofreciendo ayuda, podemos utilizar el will. But also, we use will with words and expressions like probably, possibly, perhaps, I'm sure, I expect. Cuando nosotros estamos hablando de expresiones como probablemente, tal vez, posiblemente, estoy seguro o espero que, también podemos utilizar el will. I will probably get there by car. Yo probablemente llegaré allí en car. Yes, is the action that we are just referring to this. Remember that, remember the order, recordemos el orden, entonces no lo vayamos a olvidar. Tenemos el sujeto o el pronombre, plus will, plus probably in this case. Later on, we have the verb and the complement. When we're talking about means of transportation, it's required to use by, okay, by car, by Transmilenio, by airplane, by motorcycle. So, and later on, we use will when with the main verb is be, even if we talk about the planned events. I will be in London tomorrow. According to this example, as you can see right there, so we are talking about what? A plan event. Cuando estamos hablando de eventos que están planeados, entonces vamos a decir, I will be in London tomorrow. I will be in the cinema tomorrow night. Yes, because you already planned those events. You know that you're going to go. Yeah, so or also because there is a promise that you say somewhere. So far, so good. Let me know if you have any question, guys. Okay, later on we have be going to use. We use be going to talk about prior plans, strong intentions, or fixed arrangements. As we have right there, we're going to see. Ok, cuando tenemos nosotros intenciones de hacer algo o de ir a algún lado, vamos a utilizar el going to, okay? There is another use of it. For example, I'm going to buy a new car next year, yes? Is your intention, is your arrangement according to this part. The second is, we use both will or be going to predict future events. Podemos utilizar tanto el will o el going to cuando estamos hablando de predicciones. So, the weather tomorrow will be sunny. Yes, according to the forecast, is this prediction. But I can say you are going to be a famous artist. This one is a prediction as well. It's when you are referring to a person That it could be your friend or could be another person, but you're referring to this information. And finally, we have the third use, which is we use be kind to, not will, to make predictions about events when there is a concrete evidence. For example, look at those dark clouds in the sky. It's going to rain soon. All right. Cuando estamos hablando en este caso de eventos que tienen una evidencia concreta, es decir, que nosotros miramos al firmamento, miramos al cielo y decimos, hay nubes negras, es decir, que va a llover, vamos a utilizar el going to. El will no lo podemos usar. ¿Ok? So far, so good. Right here, time expressions. Remember those expressions that we use for future. Okay. So tomorrow, I will go to market tomorrow. What is the meaning of tomorrow? Mañana, right? I will go to the market. I will go to work. I'll study and so on. Soon. What is the meaning of soon? Pronto. Don't worry, he will be here soon. Don't worry, he will study soon. Don't worry, he will eat soon, right? All of them are correct. Next week, next year, la próxima semana o el próximo año. There will be another meeting next month or next year or next week. All of them are possible. And finally, in 5 minutes or in 2 hours. I will return in 2 hours or in 2 minutes or in 5 minutes. Yeah, all of them are possible. Remember something we're here. As you can see in those examples, these time expressions are recurring to at the end of the sentence. Tomorrow, soon, next month, in 2 hours. ¿Ok? Todos ellos, todas estas expresiones en referencia al tiempo están al final de la oración para que no lo olvidemos. And finally, later today. I will finish my report later today. That is the last one. Ok. Recordemos que tenemos dos actividades dentro de este módulo. The first activity, I'm going to just read the information right here and I'm going to explain a little bit later. Okay. What are the competences developed in this activity? So first of all, the idea is that you are going to use the future tense going to and will in a purchase order email. Okay, this one is the topic. To correctly use countable and uncountable nouns related to buy and sell products. And also to correctly use much and many for making questions to a supplier. And finally, to use technical or specific vocabulary related to the context of the task. Those are the competences we're going to be focused on. What do you have to do? So before participating, you must study Module 2, Content from the PDF format. Recuerden que el material de estudio ustedes van a encontrar allí un formato PDF que contiene más ejemplos de la gramática que estuvimos viendo ahora. Entonces, en este caso es muy importante que leen dicha información. Luego de ello, you're going to do the following. You're going to write a formal email for ordering a product for your company. Include at least 5 sentences using future tense. We're going to post your requirements. ¿Ok? Voy a escribir un email formal para ordenar un producto para su compañía. En este caso van a escribir por lo menos 5 oraciones utilizando el will going to para colocar allí los requisitos. Ok. So make at least 5 questions. The seller about the quantity, the quality, or delivery of the products using many, much, and adjectives. Design and post a purchase order with the next information, size, quantities, name of the product, and brand. And finally, you're going to, don't forget to use topics and module 2 of the vocabulary of your glossary. All right. Entonces, van a escribir 5 preguntas en relación con la cantidad, con la calidad de los productos y con la entrega de ellos. Van a utilizar a su vez many and much con algunos adjetivos. Entonces, en este caso van a diseñar y van a postear una orden de compra con la siguiente información. Entonces, tenemos allí el tamaño de los productos, la cantidad, el nombre y la marca. ¿Ok? What do you have to send? Those are like the steps that you have to follow at the moment you are creating your activity. You're going to create a presentation in www.screencast.com where you show the purchase order design, Don't forget to record your voice in the presentation. Entonces, lo que ustedes van a enviar es, van a dirigirse allí al link screencats.com. Van a crear una presentación donde ustedes muestren la orden de compra diseñada siguiendo todos los pasos anteriormente descritos, para no vayan a olvidar incluir sus voces. Es decir, que a medida que va pasando la presentación, con la parte escrita, con los dibujos, ustedes van grabando sus voces. And the second activity is a quiz about those topics. So countable and countable things, will and going to. So be ready for that. So the criteria according to like the first activity, you're going to send it to me. You're going to take into account the use of language, the coherence among the sentences, and the extension. All of these three aspects are important. So in the use of language are going to evaluate if you are using grammar correctly or if not, yes. The use of create questions, how many and how much as well. The coherence, you're going for to take it into account at the moment you are creating the sentences, all of them have to be conjugated if needed, or you have to be very careful because you are going to use different grammar, like grammar details in regards to this activity. All right, the extension. Recuerden que para cada una de las oraciones anunciadas ustedes deben tener en cuenta el orden gramatical y asimismo hacer uso de este, no colocar respuestas cortas. Okay, that is the idea for this sentence. Thank you so much for your attention, for your disposition according to this video class. This one is my email. If you have any questions, you can write an email for me or you can call me. It is better that you write an email, so I'm going to be in contact with you at the moment you write. Okay, perfect. So see you later and have a great day.